Hey, Portland. How you doing? Portland. I'm in Portland. Hey, YouTube. How you doing? Vegan Stoner Lady here. I've got the Uncaged Front. And I actually don't know what you guys want to go by. If you want to go by your names.
I'll go by Elvin. I don't know. El Vegan, but it's kind of hard to like.
Vegan.
There's a 3 in there. The second
name,
3, and I'm the 3rd. It's because I'm Elvin Wilson the 3rd. So like Elv 3, and then like. Yeah.
That's awesome. I love that.
And I'm just
actually in
Cooper.
the frame.
Just Cooper for now.
Cooper. Awesome. So, yeah. So we're all just out here. We're on the Vegan Stoner Lady account, but I ask everybody, I didn't add the link in there. Go look up anti-animal use on YouTube. Follow anti-animal use. After until about noon PST time, we're going to be here on VSL's channel, and then we'll switch over to anti-animal use. I want you guys to come with me. Trolls, vegans, everybody along. Let's go. Yep. So with that said, I think we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to put up our live signs.
Had some good conversations today.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, sorry. Add what you want to do. Do you guys want to start or just chill? No worries. Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of warm up. Oh, that's a good question. Rebecca, did you find where bathrooms were?
Last time.
If you go to that booth, the yellow booth right there, they're an information booth, and I know that they know where the bathrooms are. I saw a note that they will tell you if you ask. Cool. Yeah. All right.
Hey guys, take a look at this. A free rock exhibit. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, news people.
Hi. News people. That's right.
Hey, Lewis. Hey, Limbretta.
Let's go vegan. Awesome. I'm going to do... Thank you. Okay. Okay, I thought you were talking to them.
I don't know if broccoli is showing up today.
Oh, okay.
They're just mentioning him in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's actually over his illness or not.
Yeah.
We might.
Oh, there. Okay. Hey, broccoli.
Hey, broccoli.
Okay. How are you feeling, dude?
I think Nick might also join us later.
Okay.
We'll see. I'm just gonna. Oh, he was. No, he had short hair. He's kind of a leaner guy. I don't think you've seen him. There's a video of him on our YouTube page, but when we were like over there, he's a really nice guy. Oh, he was grass fed. Oh no, you didn't watch my live last night. I was like, his name is grass fed online, but
Grass fed.
yeah, the grass fed human. It's pretty good. But yeah, he might come out here and outreach. He's a pretty good outreacher, actually.
Exciting, just have more folks up here.
I know, right? I know. We need to have multiple lives going or something, so we can get everybody having conversations.
Right.
Rebecca, where's my frame?
Don't go any more that way.
Okay.
And don't go past this.
This brick?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Awesome. We've got this one. And then, don't come too close too. I'll back up. Like back here?
Yeah, that's fine too.
Okay. So we're going to be asking people about it. Well, I'll be asking people about oppression. We have a couple of different signs. So like right here? Okay. And we're just trying to figure out our framing because we move our camera around sometimes. So it's good to know where to stand. Oh, you're muted. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. We're going to go ahead and get started. If I have my person stand here, they're okay? Oh, no, you're fine if they stand here.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I can stand right here? Cool. Sometimes it feels like I'm in their face. I don't want to be... Exactly. I don't want to be too close to them.
Oh, thanks, Lewis.
All right. Oh, he's eating a pretzel. Is that good? Hey, do you want to answer a few questions? We're live on YouTube? No? Okay. Well, have a good day. Enjoy the market. Hey, do you guys want to answer a few questions? Hey. Hey, do you want to answer a few questions? Okay. Enjoy the market. We're going to try to be super peaceful today. We're representing peace and patience and tolerance. Not tolerance to oppression, though. Hey. No one should be oppressed. No one deserves to be exploited. Sentient beings all deserve to be respected. at least at the minimum, to not be exploited. I'm asking questions. Yeah. Enjoy the market. Hi. Do you want to answer a few questions?
Sure.
Awesome. I am live on YouTube. Is that okay?
Sure.
Awesome. Let me put my sign down.
As long as they're not political. Or...
No, they're not. They're not. I'll have you stand just inside that brick so people don't run into you. And then we're faced at that camera right there. My name's Anna. What's yours?
Hi, Anna. I'm Linda.
Linda. It's lovely to meet you.
Same here.
So we're just asking people about oppression. And again, it's not political. It's just oppression in general.
Okay.
Oppression means prolonged cruel treatment. Do you think that the powerful should have the right to oppress the powerless?
No.
I agree. This is going to seem kind of obvious, but I promise I'm going somewhere.
Okay.
What if the oppressor is really strong compared to the powerless?
Regardless.
I agree.
Doesn't
right?
matter.
Doesn't matter. What if the powerful are really smart? They have a really high IQ. Yeah. All right. So this last one's going to seem like a gotcha, and I promise it's not. I did this, so I don't judge you. What about the animals that we use for food, clothing, entertainment? Do you think that we're oppressing them?
That's a different question.
Yeah. It's definitely a hard one, and
It
one we
really
don't
is.
really get confronted with that often. So it feels uncomfortable, but I promise I'm
Well,
only
it's
just...
not really uncomfortable.
Okay.
I just need to think about it a little bit. That's a hard one because they are weaker, absolutely weaker. They don't have a choice.
Yeah.
So I would say yes.
Yeah, I agree. Do you think that there's anything that we need from animals? Like, is there something that is why we put them in that situation? We have to do it.
Well, when you say in that situation, you're just talking about something that's cruel to them. Is that correct? Or are you talking about pets?
I'm actually, you bring up a great point. I'm bringing up everything because this is where people kind of get stuck. We are sentient, animals are sentient, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, sentience means just being able to experience life, have emotions.
Okay.
So since we can recognize that, and if we know that we don't need anything from animals, then using them becomes abusive, right? Because they're sentient, and all sentient beings deserve to live free.
Okay, so I guess using brings up a whole nother, conversation almost. I have pets. I have 2 dogs.
Yeah.
And I love my dogs, and I treat them very well.
Yeah.
And I think that they have a great life.
Yeah. This is where pets are definitely in a gray zone. When you adopted them, were you doing it because you wanted benefits, or was it because you saw someone that needed help?
Both.
Okay. Well, I could see that if you were trying to give someone help and the benefit came as a relationship, that's totally fine. There's nothing exploitative about that. If you were demanding that they be born into existence, like you go to a breeder.
Yeah, so I don't feel that animals should be bred for our enjoyment. I don't believe in this constant perpetuation of increasing the animal population just so we can have a pet.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't have control over that.
Of course not.
So-
you do it in a small bit if you demand it, right? If you go to the breeder and give them money, they're going to keep doing what they're doing because it's called supply and demand, right? You're putting in
But
a
if I
demand.
go to the pound
yeah, that's different.
and I get a dog, then that's different. Then it's
Yeah.
that, like I said, that dual exchange where I'm rescuing them, so to say, and I'm also getting enjoyment. So.
Well, let me put it this way, because you sound like a really kind person. If suddenly your dog was to not be as friendly, like they're not attacking you, but maybe they don't enjoy cuddles as much or certain things that you specifically enjoy, but they're still finding things that they find happy, would you get rid of them?
No.
Exactly. You see them as, I'm assuming.
It's their quirks. You know? I still love them.
Exactly. So the difference would be if someone was exploiting their pet, it'd be more like this animal doesn't fit my needs anymore, so I'm going to get rid of them, right? That's kind of exploitation. I'll give you another example. Like I could go to a shelter, right, and adopt an animal as a baby, like a puppy, and I'm like, oh, I love puppies, and then that dog gets a little bit older, and I'm like, I don't care for this dog anymore. I'm gonna bring him back to the pound. I'm gonna get myself another puppy. You see how that's more like
Oh,
exploitation
I've
than
seen it happen.
yeah, no, it's definitely happens. It's gross. So, since we covered pets, the bigger issue is more like how we use animals in like food and clothing, and
Testing.
Yeah, and testing. So, do you think that those things are oppressing animals?
Wow, that's not something that I have thought about. I have given not a ton of thought to. I mean, because now my brain is going really fast. Like
It's
I'm
a-
thinking
it's a
about,
lot.
eating meat and leather and just all those kind of things.
Yeah.
And I am honestly not prepared to have a conversation about that.
Okay, well, it's not about knowing everything. It's more about recognizing, like your dogs, right? Your dogs want to avoid harm. They
Right.
want to be happy. And if you can avoid demanding that they be harmed, you would do so. You would avoid demanding that they be
Yes.
harmed. That's all veganism is recognizing that this choice I'm about to make would be demanding that someone lose their head or their baby or something like that, depending on the animal product. And asking yourself, do I really want to give my money to people that are doing this to animals when I could find an alternative? So that's all that vegan is. Does that sound like it kind of aligns with your principles?
I'd be lying if I said I didn't eat meat.
Oh, yes, but
So-
I'm not judging you for your past.
Okay.
I'm more asking, from here on out, is there anything stopping you from changing your choices to live vegan?
I mean, it's a personal choice, so there's nothing stopping me except myself.
Right.
So it's like
I guess,
said, it's a
what about
choice.
the animal's choice?
They don't have a choice.
If they could tell you their preference, what do you think it would be? To be used nicely, or to not be used at all?
I mean, that's pretty obvious.
I know, right?
They would
Yeah.
ask not to be brought into existence in the first place, to be used for food or clothing or whatever.
Exactly. Do you know how supply and demand works? I know it kind of went
of
over
course I
it.
do.
Okay, yeah. So every time you pick up that package, you are sending that
understand
next
that.
individual. If you move your demand to plant-based products, they actually reduce how many animals they breed into existence. So one person going vegan can save, I think it's 100 to 300 animals a year, which is huge. If someone went to like the dog meat market and was able to save even just one dog, that person's considered like a hero. So I'm just trying to instill power in people to know that they have the power to save up to 100, if not more.
So how do fish play into that?
Yeah, so fish are sentient. They've done studies on, like, there's a zebrafish study where they injected them with something that gave them pain. And they showed that they wanted to relieve their pain. They had 2 tanks, one with recreational toys and one without. But the one without had the medicine to relieve their pain. And they all went into the Darryn tank, even though we had seen in previous studies that they went into the recreational tank. So they want to avoid pain. They change their activities when they feel suffering. And when it's relieved, they go back to being their normal selves. So if we know that fish suffer and they don't want to, and we can live without them, what are we doing to them? Why are we pulling someone out of their home? It's not really fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'd have to think about that one too, because I eat a lot of fish and I go fishing. And if I don't eat them, something bigger is going to eat them.
Well, that's not necessarily true. Not all
Right.
animals die from predation.
Right.
I understand what you're saying, but personally, right? I could die a tragic death. I could be hit by a car. Someone could murder me. I don't want to die that way. But that doesn't mean I want someone to end my life before that happens because they want to prevent that. I'd rather take my chances, and I'm sure most sentient beings would agree that I'd rather live as much as I can.
Right.
Yeah. So does that help with fish? Does that clear that up?
Again, it comes down to a personal choice. And like your question is, what would stop me from, going forward?
So you do keep saying personal choice, but I want to keep pointing to the animals. I know they don't physically actually have a choice,
Right.
but imagine you were them.
I know.
What would you want your oppressor to do? Would you want your oppressor to take mercy on you and leave you alone when they know they could?
I would.
So would you be willing to do that? Could I give you at least some resources to look into?
Sure, you can give me some
I
resources.
appreciate that. Oh, I'll just take one from you. Awesome. So this side just has a documentary. It just shows standard practice. So if you are going to continue demanding animal products, even from the market, they have to go through the standard practice. That's the colorful side. If you scroll below that, because it just shows you the cover art of the video, you can hit play on it. If you scroll below that, it actually has something called nutritionfacts.org, which is super helpful. They just made an easy checklist to make sure you get everything you need from a whole food plant-based diet. You don't have to follow it, but it's just a nice way to know that you can get everything. And I just want you to recognize the animals. They're just like your dogs, They just want to live. So I appreciate you stopping by.
Same
though.
here. Tell me your name again.
Anna, what was yours?
Anna, it's Linda.
Linda,
It was a
thank
pleasure
you.
talking
It was
to
a
you.
pleasure. You really are an open-minded person. It takes a strong person to come up to a stranger and talk about this. So
You only live once.
Yep,
It pushes
that's
me out
so
of my
true.
comfort zone, so
yeah,
I enjoy doing it.
Way to go. I mean, seriously, I have a hard time approaching people, so I really appreciate people approaching
All
me.
right.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
You too. Enjoy the market.
You too.
All right. See ya. I do appreciate open-minded people, at least being willing to look into resources. I think that most people, especially here in Portland, care about animals. They care about their experiences, the animals' experiences. And if they find out that they're maybe causing someone exploitation, they want to know about it. And I really believe that people will look into it. So I'm glad to have open-minded people. I want more people to be like gung-ho. I'm not going to abuse animals anymore, but we'll see what we get. Does anybody else want to jump in? I'm going to keep going.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'll go next.
Cool. Hi. Do you want to answer a few questions? Okay.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's that building.
Was I in frame? Okay, cool. Hi. Do you want to answer a few questions?
I'm okay, thank you.
Okay.
Sir, we're filming if you could.
Oh, someone's yelling.
I know.
Yeah. Do you want to answer a few questions?
Did you want to be?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I was just trying to read your back.
Gotcha. My back or the back of the sign? Gotcha. My name is Vegan Stoner Lady. Oh, yes. Thank you.
I was like, what's your shirt?
Oh, yeah. Can I give you a card? I didn't put any in my pocket. So this side, if you want to ever find our group or what we're doing, just scan that and you can find us.
Awesome.
Yeah, you have a great day. Oh, thank you. I keep not putting him in my pocket. Bye. You guys want to answer a few questions?
Thank you.
Okay, no worries. Hey. You want to answer a few questions? Okay. Hi. Do you want to answer a few questions? The question is down there if you want more context. All right. You have a good day. Yeah. Hi. Do you want to answer a few questions? Do you want to answer a few questions?
I'm going to answer, or you're going to ask me a question?
Yeah, I'll ask you questions.
Go ahead and ask me a question.
Is it okay if I have you on YouTube? I'm live right now. You don't have to if you don't want to.
What are the questions?
They're just about oppression. Just
what?
oppression, just to get you to think. They're not political.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Are you okay with being live on YouTube though?
I don't care.
Okay, cool. Let me put down this. Oh, I'm sorry, sir.
No.
All right.
Okay.
My name's Anna. What's yours?
Madge.
Madge, lovely to meet you. So, like I said, I'm asking people about oppression. Do you think the powerful should have the right to oppress the powerless?
No.
I agree. These questions might seem obvious, so bear with me.
Okay.
What if the oppressor is really strong? They're stronger than the powerless. Should they have the right then?
No.
I agree. One more. What if the oppressor is really smart? They're smarter than the others.
No.
Yeah. So this last one might feel like a gotcha, but I don't want you to feel judged, okay? I did this myself. What do you think about the animals that we use for food, clothing, and entertainment? Do you think we're oppressing them?
Probably, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what the word vegan is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me what you think it means.
Well, it means that you don't eat meat.
That's close. That is something we do. Veganism is actually it's a principled stance against the exploitation
Of animals.
others. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So if I can avoid demanding their exploitation, I do so. I avoid it. Does that sound like it aligns with your principles?
Yeah, except I'm not a vegan.
Yeah. So
I know.
again, I'm not judging you for
Yeah,
your
right,
past.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Like I grew up in the same areas. I consumed animals for majority of my life. I'm just asking people about
think about it.
Exactly. So, do you recognize that animals are sentient? That meaning that they experience emotions?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. And I'm sure
Probably
you.
more than we do.
I actually agree with you because I feel like humans kind of get distracted with sapience, where we think about thoughts.
Yeah.
And if like we're in pain or something, right, we can usually think about something else that can help distract. Whereas I feel like animals are more here in the present.
Right.
So if they feel something, they feel it profoundly,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So what I'm asking people to do is to act like if they were the ones being oppressed. If you were the one in the cage, what would you want your oppressor to do? To continue using you, use you nicely, or not use you at all?
Not use you at all.
Exactly. That's all veganism is.
Right.
Can I give you some resources?
Some resources?
Yeah. Or I guess I should ask you, are you going to go vegan?
No.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
So my question is just, what is it about animals that you still see is okay to use them as a resource? And don't feel, again, I'm not judging you for the past. I'm just
possibly
genuinely
the
curious.
ones that are raised to be a resource, and and that does happen.
Yeah. Do you think that's fair for them, though?
There'd be an awful lot of sheep.
Yeah. Do you know why there's so many of all the farmed animals?
Because of the demand?
Yeah, it's a mix of the demand and that they're artificially inseminating them.
Oh.
Yeah, they're like, because natural mating is just not as successful. There are some farms that still do it, but the point is they force them together so that they can produce a baby that we use. Does that sound fair?
No.
Yeah.
No.
So
Because when they start doing that with humans, we're really in trouble.
Exactly.
Which I think they're
Exactly. When we see someone doing harm to an animal, we think there's something wrong with that human, right? That they don't have the empathy for that animal's suffering.
Right.
And yet we're paying someone to work in a factory, right? To do that to animals 8 to 6 hours a day, right? I mean, what does that do to their psyche?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You should be talking to him. He's a,
What? No, well, don't talk to me because I do eat meat. So, but I agree that eating less of it is a great idea. The less you do, the better for the planet and certainly for the ethical treatment of animals.
The only reason that I don't really advocate for reducing is because the individual themselves cares about what happens to them, right? Even if I
sure.
eat
I
fewer
understand.
cows,
You're talking about one of the
the
Yeah.
one cow that I
And
do
I'll-
eat
and I'll
cares.
I'll just this is to contemplate this. Of course, I thought about the fact that animals that we raise for eat, well, we actually created them. They were bred over centuries, thousands of years in some cases, to be meat for us. So we've created them. That doesn't mean they're not sentient beings.
Right.
They don't.
Yeah.
They
Do
are.
you think it's fair to make two individuals that wouldn't normally mate? Do you think it's fair to make them mate so that their baby is a right mutation that fits our needs?
Like a lamb. Yeah.
Yeah, or any animal.
Well, I wouldn't
chickens or
want to do that for a human. So,
Yeah,
and of course, the way we end up thinking about it, we think, well, the more and more intelligent the animal is, the less and less we want to treat it as a thing.
Right.
so does this include
But-
fish?
It does.
You
yes.
don't eat fish?
I don't. Fish they actually are sentient and they have nociception. We know
Yeah.
that they feel pain.
And of course, generally, we didn't breed the fish, although we do. I
We
mean,
do
there
now,
is some
yeah,
of
we have
that
farm
too.
fish. But we are absolutely taking out free fish as well. So even if someone is bred to be something, since we all know that sentient beings have their own purpose,
Yeah.
does it make it fair to use them without their consent, even though they were bred for it, right?
Probably not. It's also not fair to use humans like we do.
Exactly.
if you wanna
That wouldn't be
if you
fair to
want-
a human.
If you want to look at it ethically, yeah.
Yeah, and we did do that to humans, and we found it to be an atrocity, right?
Well, we still do it in a lot of
Right.
extent.
And when we do see it, it's still immoral, right?
Yeah.
We don't think that's right.
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 Okay.
Well, I appreciate you guys taking the time to listen. I just want to give you one last hard question.
Oh, another one.
Yeah, one last one. So how many more animals do you want exploited for you? So that means used without their consent at all for anything. How many more do you want to be exploited for you? Is it more than zero?
I sure couldn't answer that because as soon as you answer one, you violated the whole business about.
I'm more just asking about what would you prefer? Would you prefer no animals be used for you?
Okay. as a practical matter, I'd prefer less for a lot of different reasons. And also, you could debate this, of course, that you could be ethically in killing stuff. You shouldn't cause pain.
How do you ethically take someone's life away from them who wanted to live?
Pain. Well, the argument, of course, about animals that think, but they don't plan ahead. They don't envision themselves becoming nuclear physicists. That if you take their life, you're not taking anything because they didn't really think about a future.
The scary thing about what you're saying, though, is you're saying it's intelligence. Humans are more intelligent than animals. But we have cases. So we have cases of humans.
We have humans. Well, okay,
that won't ever make it to being a physicist.
We have philosophers who will say you could take the lives of these people.
Do you think that?
No, I
okay, good.
Philosophers.
No, I understand philosophers do that.
I personally don't think that, but it's a way of looking at things that
right.
yeah.
I'm asking your perspective.
Yeah.
Do you think it's
Well,
moral?
I wouldn't want to take the life.
Right.
So, yeah.
And why not? You probably because you empathize with them, right? You would.
Yeah,
you would want
to do it.
Yeah.
All right, let me give you a card. Oh, I have it right here. Let me give you a card. So this side just shows you if you're going to continue to demand animals, this is just standard practice. So don't go into the store like this buying animal products, right? They're trying to sell you something. All those signs are advertisements, okay?
Yeah.
So this is so you know what it is that you're demanding.
Okay.
And you just scan it with your phone. If you can't scan it, the title of the movie is Dominion 2018, and it's free on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it just shows you standard practice, and I just want people to be educated consumers if they're going to use someone.
Thank you for standing here and doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
You're acting your beliefs.
Thank you. Just like I said, though, keep that in mind, how many more animals you want exploited for you, okay? Every time you pick them up, you're demanding the next individual go into that system.
I know.
You have a great heart. I can see it, you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you, Ann.
Yeah,
Take care.
You have a good day. Enjoy the market. Awesome. Well, again, I appreciate people being open-minded to resources, and they are in line with vegan ethics, but they don't want to implement them in their lives. And I don't know how to push past that. I'm starting to come up against a barrier where people are like, I agree with you, I'm just not going to do it. And it's like, well, I can't make you be a good person. Like, it's like I'm talking to someone who enjoys being racist, and I'm like, you have to stop, you're harming others. And they're like, I hear you, but I'm gonna focus on my pleasure more. Exactly, they don't care. And because there's no repercussion or consequence, it doesn't really matter to them. So
I think what's missing there has to be the real connection, feeling yourself in the animals, like if they see themselves in the pigs, then they will think about it more often. It's like they can acknowledge that when they go have their next meal, they're gonna try not to think about it still.
Yeah.
And I guess it's hard to create that bond right now in this conversation. With them.
I think she was getting there because she looked like she had concern in her eyes, like, oh, I don't know what to do now. But she was agreeing with everything I said. But her husband kind of pulled it because he came in halfway too, so he didn't even hear the first half. But anyway, I hope that maybe she influences him. But we'll see. Did you want to jump in?
Yeah, I'm going to jump in.
I'm going to trade it off to Rebecca. Passing the baton.
So, good to be out here today. Gonna avoid any heated arguments, even though some of us felt some justice last week with the one conversation. But it's not a way to communicate with people effectively and safely. So. You have time for a couple questions? I'm doing interviews. Do you have time for a couple questions? Hi, I'm doing interviews. Do you have time for a couple questions? Hello. Hi, sir. I'm doing interviews. Do you have time? Okay. Hi, I'm doing interviews. Do you have time for a couple questions? Okay. Hi, I'm doing interviews. Do you have time for a couple questions? You're welcome. Have a good day. Go vegan. You sure? Hey, I'm doing interviews. Do you have time? Do you have time for a couple questions? I'm doing an interview on YouTube. Okay. Have a good day. Go vegan.
She was trying to run when he approached.
Hi, I'm doing interviews. Do you have time for a couple questions?
He was winning.
Ma'am, I'm doing interviews. Do you have time for a couple questions? Hey, I'm doing interviews. Do you have time? A couple questions? No? People are really focused on the food today. Hey, sir, you look interested. Do you have time for a couple questions?
Yeah, that was good. I like that.
Again, we have nice vegan food across from us today, which is really cool.
At least not let us talk to you. You're looking at me. I'm gonna cover everyone's stuff. I just don't want anybody to see.
I'm doing interviews. Do you have time for a couple questions, ma'am?
No, thanks.
No? Okay. Sir. Hi, I'm doing interviews. Do you have time for a couple questions?
Not right now.
No? Okay. Everybody's so busy today. They're on missions, either going to work or looking at things here. There's a lot of different booths. There's a coffee booth right behind us, which is cool. Oh, maybe these people coming up here. I'm going to try them. Hi, I'm doing interviews on oppression. Do you have a couple minutes? No? Oh, no. Do you have a couple minutes? I'm doing interviews. All right. Maybe I'll hold this sign up. I'm going to hold this sign up. Do you have time for a couple questions?
Sorry.
No. Do you have time for a couple questions? I'm doing a social experiment. Figure try holding this sign up to see if it gets some takers. Social experiment sign leaves it pretty open. Do you have time for a couple questions? I'm doing a social experiment. No? Okay. Hi. Do you have a couple minutes for a couple questions? I'm doing a social experiment. Okay. It's on YouTube Live. Is that okay? Okay. I'm going to put my sign down. So if you just step in a little more. So, do you feel that the more powerful should be able to oppress the less powerful?
No. I don't think that's a good thing. So, yeah.
Yeah, oppression doesn't feel good. It's not good, right?
No.
Yeah.
Oppression's bad.
Yeah. So, okay. I'm going to ask you another, which can seem obvious question. What about the more, like, individuals that maybe are more intelligent or have different ways of communicating? Should they be able to oppress others that are, quote unquote, less intelligent or communicate differently?
Like disabled people.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think we should protect disabled people, especially if we're like able to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to ask you a different question. It's related, trust me. But what about the animals that we force into slaughterhouses? What do you think about them?
Oh, that like they shouldn't be like forcibly bred, I guess, right? Maybe they shouldn't be killed, I guess. But people eat meat, so they're obviously put in that situation.
Okay. So the animals are put in that situation because people want to use them.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
for their bodies. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So you personally, do you know what veganism is?
A little bit. Yeah.
What does it mean to you?
Like not eating meat and like maybe not exploiting animals, I guess.
Yeah.
I know I do it sometimes, but
You know what? I'm vegan, but I used to do it too. Okay, so when I became vegan, I wish I would have done it sooner. So, but yeah, veganism, you had it pretty much. It does have to do with not eating them. It has to do with not using them like for clothing or science experiments. This girl just ran by us. I'm like very distracted. Not going to circuses, zoos, stuff like that, you know. So you were real close. You were, and so how do you feel about that? Do you think that you would ever go vegan?
I've thought about it in the past, but I really like fish and things like that. So
Yeah. Did you know that fish, they're also sentient beings and they can feel pain?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and it's one of those unfortunate things. But I mean, like people do eat meat, but I mean, I guess it's like we're putting ourselves above other animals. So and that's maybe not the best thing to do, but like when you are hungry, you're gonna eat, and most people eat meat because that's like a really, I guess, good resource
Okay.
for protein, other nutrients, B12, whatever.
So, okay, there's a couple things I want to address here from what you said. So, meat is actually not the best source of protein for people. It can really make people get diseases like colon cancer and heart disease. Not eating meat is actually healthier. You live about 10 years longer. You avoid a lot of diseases and allergies. So that's kind of like a misconception. And the thing is that we're all taught differently when we're growing up, right? They show us that food pyramid and we all kind of like listen to it, you know? And unless you really understand, then you would never know that, you know what I mean?
Right.
So
The outdated, what is it, that plate thing that's like outdated now?
I don't know.
Yeah, like
Yeah, it's like the food portion plate or what you put on
like,
it.
That's super outdated now. So.
Yeah, they need to redo the food pyramid basically. So, and also with meat, the thing is that it's like an addiction in our society. So, you know, of course, if you get hungry, you get cravings for something, you know, it has a lot to do with smells and what you normally eat,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, I was just talking to my dad about like mushrooms.
Yeah.
And mushrooms have that like umami flavor, and they're really good. And there's like a lot of mushrooms being sold here, so.
Yeah. People make like portobello burgers, and it's all about how you season things, really.
Yeah.
You know.
Flavor, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
The seasonings.
Yeah. So, how do you think that we can stop using the animals this way?
I guess since there are a lot of alternatives to like meat, like you have like mushrooms. I think there's like Impossible Beyond foods. People could maybe eat those, or like, I mean, there's plenty of like vegetables and fruits and rice, beans, whatever.
Yeah.
So I mean, and I think seitan is.
Yeah, seitan. Yeah, it's definitely. It's just it's got like wheat and spices. Like if you're gluten intolerant, it's probably not something that you should eat. But if you can eat wheat, you know, yeah, definitely seitan. I mean, in Portland, there's so many vegan restaurants. I know there's like a pizza place. I always forget when I'm interviewing people who has like vegan pizzas and, you know. So one thing I want to mention is, and you know, we live in a consumer society.
Yeah.
And so it's supply and demand. So every time you buy an animal product, you demand that another animal is killed in the place of what you're buying because there's a demand.
Right.
So
You're voting with your dollar.
exactly. So we have the capability of ending this for all the animals because they feel emotions just like we do.
Yeah.
You know? Do you have any pets?
Yeah, I have a dog.
Okay. Would you ever send your dog into a slaughterhouse when it got old and was like maybe a nuisance to you? Like
No.
No.
Just euthanize or like for them to die and then bury or cremate them.
yeah, and you might hold them, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So so in that thought, we shouldn't be sending pigs and cows and chickens into the slaughterhouse either because they're just as sentient as our companion animals. So yeah.
I guess a lot of people might not know how animals are slaughtered. I mean, I've seen like a whole bunch of footage in the past, but I think that would maybe help people like be more conscious about like meat that they buy.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this actually came from a living sentient being and not choose that.
Yeah.
Maybe. So
Yeah, I mean, if you can put yourself in the animal's place, how quick would you want someone to stop using you?
immediately.
Exactly. So I'm going to give you this card. It's got some resources on it. So this side, if you scan it, it's got some nutritional information. It's got challenges and it has free nutritionists on there that can help you like eat more plant-based and then transition to vegan so you can like stop the nightmare for these poor animals. There's also some films on there, Dominion 2018. If you could try to watch it before...
I've seen it.
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Really?
A long time ago. I think when it came out, I watched it.
Okay. So there might be some other videos on there. What did you think of Dominion then?
It was really enlightening to see how like animals are treated like in the industry because they get kicked. I've seen pigs get slammed on the concrete, and I always wondered like why the workers would do that. They're already suffering, I guess.
Yeah.
So treating them like that just seems like you're already beating them down when they're down. I don't know.
Yeah, it's horrible. I mean, because can you imagine someone doing that to you? That's what gets me. If I was that small being, you know, like say if I was a little piglet and someone thought I wasn't worth anything, and then there's this big hand grabbing down and slamming me around. Oh my gosh, how terrifying would that be, right?
It'd be pretty scary.
Yeah, not to have control over our own bodies and safety. So this is a really urgent issue. So I'm going to give you this card, and you know, I really appreciate you being open-minded to talk with me today.
Absolutely.
What's your name?
I'm Lynn.
Lynn.
Yes.
Nice to meet you. I'm Rebecca.
Nice to meet you, Rebecca.
Nice to meet you too. We're here every weekend if you have any questions.
Okay. Is this live? Oh, what's your YouTube channel?
It is, well, right now it's on Vegan Stoner Lady.
Vegan? Is that a website?
A YouTube channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vegan Lady.
Yeah. So it's got a little bit of a delay. So
I see. That's
and
awesome.
then but we're also anti-animal use, and I believe that's on the other side of the card for if you're ready to advocate. So the other side has resources to help people transition to veganism.
Okay.
So it was so nice meeting you.
Yeah, it's nice meeting you as well.
Yeah.
And good luck out here. You know.
Thank you.
Yes. Have a good one.
You too. Go vegan, please. She was so lovely. Oh my gosh. She understood what the animals go through. She even said she saw Dominion. So it's just the action. She has to take it to the next step. So makes me feel good when somebody's open-minded. So cool. Do one of you want to go? Elvin, do you want to go? If you want to hold a sign sometime. sometimes it helps.
Okay.
So I think that helps.
Did you do a sign last time?
I did this one. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I kind of talked about that.
Okay.
So, but why don't you reintroduce yourself to the camera one time?
Is this spacing about how I'd want to be? Okay. And I'm Cooper, and gonna see if I can have some conversations. Do you want to answer some questions?
I didn't see him. Hello. I'll
Hi.
talk to you.
Yes? All right. Can we have you like a little bit closer, a touch closer?
We're live on YouTube. Is that okay? Sure. All right. Like I don't have anything to hide.
All right. We're good.
And if I did, I would.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh no, I love your hat.
So what's your name?
Anna.
Anna, nice to meet you. I'm Cooper.
Hello, Cooper.
We're here to talk about animals. How do you feel about animals?
Love her. I
Do you
have
have-
3 cats.
3 cats. Okay. I also have a cat. How do you feel about your cats?
Love them.
I love them as
I've
well.
got I've got 2 12-year-olds and 1 2-year-old.
Oh, wow. Okay. So a couple older ones and a younger kitty. I'm wondering, with your time that you've spent with your cats, what does that teach you about their feelings and their emotions?
When I sneeze, I have one kitty coming up all alarmed
Uh-huh.
and meows at me and gives me what we call tail.
Well,
Cats don't like their tails tugged, right?
right.
But mine do. 2 of them. 2 of my cats
Uh-huh.
give me tail.
Really?
And then, after I gently tug it, I tell them what wonderful, and then I start petting them all over the place.
I love that.
And then they keep coming back. If I sneeze, if I cough, if I fall down on the floor,
Right.
they're right there.
So would you say, like, from your experiences, it's very clear that, like, there's a person inside these little animals, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm wondering, and this is a little bit of a tougher question, do you think that animals like fish, chickens, and pigs, do you think that they too have these capacities, like, to be a little person,
Yes.
to be an individual?
Yes.
You do?
I do.
Okay. I'm wondering, do you think that means something for how we should treat those animals?
Yes, it does.
And what does that mean to you?
That means treat them with kindness, with love, with care.
Uh-huh. I'm with you.
Love them. Just love them.
Right. I'm 100% with you. Do you think that we could use fish, for instance, while also loving them? Or do you
Yes.
think there's a tension or a contradiction there?
I don't eat much fish, so they're safe with me. Yeah, me and fish, we don't much get along, but that's okay.
Right. And what about, I'm wondering, are there other animals that you use through your lifestyle? Like, do you eat birds, for instance?
Chicken.
Yeah. I'm wondering, do you think that these birds, are they similar to your cat in that they also would want to live their life?
Probably.
Probably. Do you think that if they want to live their life the same way as your cat, do you think it's justified to take the lives of birds? No? Have you heard of veganism?
Yes.
Has veganism been described to you like this before?
I've been slowly moving in that direction.
Yeah. Good for you. Those are like, it's an amazing like first steps to like start cutting out those products. Like, what are some of the steps that you've been taking?
Well, let's see. At least once a week, we have vegan dinner.
Okay.
No meats, no dairy, no none of that.
Right.
And I'm about to move it up to twice a week
Okay.
because I'm 68 years old.
Uh-huh.
I have decades of habits to
To examine,
that too.
or is it just like a lot of, you've been using these animals for a long time? It's been very normalized. You know, we live in a society where it's all around us, right? There's also, while there's plant-based options here at the market, there's also animals being sold too. I'm wondering,
Lots and lots of squash.
I love squash. It's one of my favorites. Love to put it in stir fries. I'm wondering, what would stop you from just taking the leap and saying, I'm going to eat plant-based tomorrow, and I'm going to start with that and see where this takes me?
My stomach.
Your stomach.
It gets very upset in sudden changes.
Oh, I see.
So no sudden changes.
Oh, for your stomach.
Yeah.
I see. I'm wondering if your stomach didn't have that, that quality, would you consider just jumping right on board with it?
Maybe.
I'm wondering if you have like any holdbacks. Like, what would you say your biggest obstacle would be, other than maybe your own health, or thinking about, not wanting to upset your own health?
Yeah, that's the big one right there.
Okay. Well, we're actually handing out some resources that are directly about how to transition, but like meeting all of your nutritional goals, making sure you don't have any deficiencies, making sure that you're getting everything that you need from your plant-based diet, while remaining in line with those principles that I think that we share, and like upholding that same principle that you have for your cats, that they're individuals, and acknowledging that these other animals are also individuals too. Would you be interested in those resources? Okay, I would love to give you one.
Oh.
And
Okay, no.
oh, this is hard for
I
you?
don't do those.
Oh, I understand. If you look up vegan Dailey Dozen on Google, they will have some amazing resources. I would like to get some cards that just have some text on them as well, because
Yeah, you need to, because us
Yes.
old-timers, we don't do those.
and I think you're exactly right, because when I think of my grandma, she might be thinking the same thing. She might say, what is a QR code? What am I supposed to do with this?
Oh, I know what I'm supposed to do, but I don't do it because
Oh, okay.
I don't.
Well, good for you. My grandma wouldn't even know. No, but she has so much other knowledges, right? Our old folks have so much,
I know.
so much knowledge. But just this new world is challenging. Yeah.
Yeah. Such is life.
Well, thank you for having this conversation with me.
Sure. And thank you for asking me.
And
I'm looking for an out.
looking for an opportunity.
Yeah, most of the time I don't get much of those because most people aren't watching.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Anna.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow. Did you want to say anything about your outreach?
I think I'm okay for this moment.
Okay. Hippie. What? I don't even know, did it go well?
She was fairly open-minded.
She was fairly open-minded. It's good. She's checking out the resources.
I guess I can.
Okay,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can talk about it together up here.
She was somewhat willing to acknowledge the personhood within both her cats and the animals that she was using. And she seemed open to changing, but seemed a little bit concerned about her own health. So I was trying to give her some resources to hopefully connect her with some health-related guides that might help her make the switch.
Oh, that's good. Good. She got a card. I think we should have written ones too, where they just a website, or at least I don't think their website's on there, so
Yeah.
it might be helpful to have that.
That could be maybe something we can bring next week. Yeah.
Just a URL that they can go to.
Yeah.
Other ways to get this.
Sign.
There's other ways to get minerals.
I know, but if you're looking at an island, there's no...
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so we have choices. I talked to him before
Oh.
at our other location. He gave me the whole. I have to eat meat.
There was somebody Rebecca has talked to before. She approached her on the side and was trying to give her the same spiel that he's given her before. So that was missed off screen. Anna's also having a connect off screen right now. She'll probably come over here right now and talk about it. I told them you were just having a connect off screen. You might want to share what happened.
Oh, sure. She was already vegetarian and she's like trying to live vegan, but I don't know. It sounds like she knows about the exploitation. She watched Dominion, but I guess she said her issue is when she goes to like friends' houses because they'll like make her a dish that might have eggs or milk in it. She was focused on milk, and I was trying to just, I don't know, instill some confidence and some power in her. It's okay to protect your boundaries, to say, hey, you know, I learned about this atrocity and I'm not comfortable with consuming it because I know where it comes from and it makes me feel uncomfortable to do that. And I think her friends, she seems like a nice person. I'm sure she has great, she can tell when someone's a great personality. So I told her, it sounds like you're a good person. If you are honest with your friends like you would about anything and tell them, I'm not for this exploitation, they'll probably follow suit. So anyway, I yapped on. Did you want to?
Yes.
I love your shirt.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
My shirt's from Wild Spirit Farm Refuge today. No gods, no masters.
Awesome.
I don't know where. I think I got it from the Flipside Market, vegan market. Did we?
It is today. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it is today.
I think they have it every Saturday, don't they? Or is it?
I think
once
it's
a month?
once a month. Yeah, once a month.
Okay.
I think they're done for the winter too, so they're coming back in the. I don't know. You'd have to. Cooper. Flipside Market.
I believe that was the last one.
Okay.
No.
That's what I thought.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we
Next
loaded
time.
up. We spent a lot of money on some vegan stuff that day. It's like one of the only reasons we're like, okay, yeah, we can spend some.
Did you guys take pictures?
Splurge. We did not. I don't know
damn.
why.
Okay,
I
that's okay.
always forget to take pictures.
You were enjoying yourself.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right. Anybody got some time for questions? Time for an interview. He's got cabbage in his hands. This is cauliflower. He's busy. Hello. Yes. Do you have time for an interview? Oh, maybe not. Hello. I need to see my frame here. With the white one. Okay, perfect. Hi. Did you want to do an interview? Yes, we're live on YouTube.
Oh gosh.
No worries.
What is this about?
No, it's we're talking about exploitation, animal exploitation, and like we're anti-animal use, so we're just against like animal abuse, use of animals. Yeah, we are live on YouTube right now. You can.
Oh, we're live. Yeah. It's a public place. Hi.
Do you have a few minutes? Would you like to talk about animal use today?
You think? I agree. Okay, yeah, I'll do it because
Okay.
I have my thoughts on them.
Perfect. Okay. Let me put this down. All right. So, what are your thoughts on like animal use? Like, what did you say? You said you have your thoughts on it. I just want to see what you're.
I feel like there's, I don't know. I feel like there's like levels to it, but I know that there's always extremes to things. If that makes sense. Like there's, I don't know. I feel like we need it for. Gosh, it's like the philosopher in me is like, what do we actually need? Why do we actually need it?
Yeah.
It's kind of causing. It is causing harm. What we're doing.
Well, it's hard because like it's happened. It's been happening for so long. Like obviously we're out here. I'm vegan.
Yeah.
They're all vegan. We're
I was vegan for a few years.
Why did you stop?
My iron deficiencies.
Oh, okay.
So iron deficiencies, I was vegan. I was pescatarian for a while as well. But with my iron and everything, it just was, I was getting more what I needed from actual meat.
I see. I feel like, I don't know. I think I've heard that there's, if you found out that, okay, let me put it this way. If you found out that you could get your iron from somewhere
We'll do
else
it,
now,
100%.
you would? Okay.
Yeah.
You know there's iron supplements that you could just take
They are.
every day?
Yes.
Okay. So like if you were just to take those and would notice no like say you just while you're going to the doctor like notice no difference, you would go vegan again?
Yeah.
Can I give you a card that has
Yeah.
some resources for you too?
Yeah.
And then
I would not mind going vegan again. My husband, we were vegan. We had this
Nice.
conversation because I I am very passionate about this.
That's good.
It makes me very emotional to what's happening to
I
the
understand,
animals and
yeah.
the things that we're doing. So.
Totally. Yeah, I've only been vegan 9 months, like, and we're
How
just,
do you feel?
I feel great. It feels good knowing that no animals are being exploited for like my benefit.
Yeah.
And just ever since I made that change, I've just been wondering why I haven't been vegan longer.
Yeah.
I strongly urge you to go vegan again. I feel like if you've done it before, you can do it again.
I know I can.
And
It's calling me.
I want to ask you, like, how many animals, since you've been vegan before, I'm gonna ask you how many animals from this point on should be exploited for your benefit.
No animals.
No animals.
Should be exploited for
And,
my benefit because it's not right. It is not right. I can't give like a reason.
No, there is no reason.
There's so many ways that we can make, do plant-based and have different
Exactly.
flavors.
And
stuff,
humans are so smart. We can find so many ways to,
We
like,
can.
especially like
it's a lot of excuses.
our communities. Yeah, exactly. I'm glad you agree. I am so glad to see open-minded people.
Yeah, I'm
Please
very
check out those resources. This one is this site says vegan ready to defend animals. So maybe once you review these,
I'm ready.
once you review these, you can maybe come back and talk with us and like meet us out here. We're out here every Saturday. We're with anti-animal use. You can look us up on YouTube.
Nice to see you
This will be on
guys.
YouTube as well. You can check it out.
right.
See how the chat feels, everything like that.
I will.
Totally, yeah.
Thank
and
you so
yes,
much.
go vegan. High
Go
five.
vegan. Let's do it.
High five.
I actually tried
you.
vegan before. I watched one documentary, and then I wanted to share a little bit.
Just a
So
little
I
bit,
watched
yeah.
a documentary, and then I was done for a while. I was like,
I get it.
I had no desire to be.
It's all about like making sure you keep that, like, never forget, because like they're really out there suffering still, and it's like it's apparent every day. Like I think about all the time about how like the animals, like people ignore them just like they ignore the genocide in Sudan, the genocide in Congo, all that stuff. People ignore like these things, and we need to be liberating against all causes. Like everything matters,
matters,
and we can do it all at once.
Creation is important.
Exactly.
I don't know what your beliefs are mine, but personally my beliefs, I believe in God and Jesus, and I know that at some point in the Garden of Eden, like animals we were supposed to commune with Him.
Exactly.
You know, like we ate vegetables and fruits. Like God never allowed us to eat animals.
Exactly.
You know, and so it
Before
was to the
sin.
point, even before
Before
Noah,
sin,
like He even allowed the animals to come into the ark. That's
Exactly.
how much He cares about animals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so
Whew, real.
I feel the Holy
Yes.
Spirit right now, but it's true. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I do agree, and like this is probably like a form of a little like God tugging on my heart.
Yeah,
like,
I believe that we were meant to have this conversation.
Yeah. What's
Me,
your
you. My name's Elvin.
Okay,
It's
my name's Heaven.
Elvan. Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Elvin.
Nice to meet you.
Thank
Shake
you
hands.
so much for
Of
what
course.
you're doing,
I think
and-
this was meant to happen.
Yeah,
I
It
think you guys
definitely
are definitely going to
I've
be.
been watching so many little things on me.
I'm glad.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
I might
dude.
have to start with vegetarian and then work my way over.
Well,
there.
but look, that's like being like, I'm only going to be racist towards y'all, but I'm not going to be racist towards all y'all. So you got to really be like,
No, but I am determined
Be
to
like-
eat healthy in general.
That's
and,
good.
And you know, a lot of meats in general now are pumped with a bunch of hormones, and like
Exactly.
they're not being taken care of in these farms.
Also,
and
energy-wise, like
Yeah.
they're sad, depressed,
Yeah.
they're abused,
Yeah.
and it's
And
going right into our food.
you don't
Exactly.
get all your energy from meat either. This
No.
whole idea of needing
no.
meat to
It comes from so many other,
Yeah.
like there's Olympic people who are in the Olympics, well, you know, being on a vegan diet.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
and that just shows how important it is needed. So
Yeah,
thank
and
you
like
so
these,
much.
they think about us, like the dogs and the pigs, like they think about
I
us
mean,
every day.
We care about dogs. So we should be caring
Yes,
about other animals
care about the
too.
pigs, care about
Yeah,
the birds, care about the
exactly.
fish,
And I love
all of
pigs.
them, especially like the spirituality and religion. Like,
Thank you.
it really helps you feel more in tune with that
Yes.
spirituality
Yes.
and that religion. So, I urge you.
Thank you.
Power to you.
We just love
It was nice to meet you.
God bless you guys.
Oh, wow, that went well. That went really well, I think. She was already vegan.
One vegan?
The first person I was talking to, I think sisters, they may be. She's already vegan, or she had been vegan before, and she's not now. And so I'm like, why? I guess it was just iron. She said iron deficiency. So I was like, so if you found out that you could, you know, supplement your iron, like, would you? And she was like, totally. So I'm like, oh, well, there's this thing called iron supplements, and you could take those instead of harming people. So she seemed down for it. I think she was just waiting for this moment, literally, for somebody to confront her and be like, you need to be vegan again. Like, I don't know what's happening. And even her sister was like, or whoever it was like, I needed to go vegan too because she brought up the Garden of Eden, and she brought up her, like, religion and how, like, she feels like it's more in line with her religion to be vegan. And so I was just like, this is that sign. She was like, I feel the Holy Spirit right now. And I'm like, yes, you do, because, like, this was divine intervention, girl. Like, you need to go vegan today. And she said something about maybe trying vegetarian first. And I was like, well, I brought up, like, you can only be, you would be basically saying you're racist to, like, these people instead of these, you know, the whole, so. And she was just like, like, I got her. Cause, like, yes, girl, like, I think it's great for me because I'm like, I'm black, you're black. Like, we've been, like, we know the struggle. Like, why are you not ignoring why are you ignoring their struggle too? So, like, there's struggles all around. And, like, I feel like I can call them out for that specifically. So, like, because of my position. So I'm like, great. I'm like, I will if I need to. Like, does anybody else want to go next? Or I can go again. I can try to go again. That was, like, short and easy, so.
If you decide halfway, you feel like you're standing out there, you're like, actually.
Okay. I'll let you know.
I don't want to jump in front of anybody.
All right. Hello. Hello. I love your sweater. Thank you. Oh, I'm glad. Does anybody have time to talk? Interview? Hello. Do you have time for interview? Hello. No time? No, it's okay. Trying to, like, stay in frame, but also move around. You will! Perfect! All right. All right. So just to frame, it's a conversation about the animals. Is that okay?
About the animals?
Yes, it's for the animals.
Is this about the petition?
No petition.
No. Okay.
No. Actually, that happened last weekend. Somebody thought we were here for the petition. We got wrapped up talking about a petition. I was so confused.
Okay.
There's no petition, no. We are just here. We're called anti-animal use. So we're here advocating against the use of animals, against the exploitation of animals.
Okay.
I guess we can start. Do you have animals at home that you care for?
Yes, we have a cat and a parrot.
A cat and a parrot. Nice. You got some birds in there.
And have had dogs, but it's been too short a time since the loss of our last dog.
I see. Yeah, I get that. I just lost a puppy in May last year.
Oh no, a puppy.
Or June. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, but so I get that. Yeah. You gotta, like, give a little time to.
Right.
Totally. So let's see. And you would say you feel connected to them, yeah?
Oh, absolutely.
Good. How do you know that they are connected to you? Like, what would you say are, like, some key moments you notice?
It's innumerable. My particular belief system is that we all share a universal spirit, and we share that with the animals.
Yes.
And we connect with that in the animals. They connect with that in us. And that's kind of the bottom line.
I believe that too.
Yeah.
I believe in
By the way, how long is this conversation?
We can make it short. We can make it like 3 minutes.
Let's make it
3
short.
minutes?
Yeah.
5 minutes?
Right.
Let's go. Let's see. Okay, so since we agree, I would say we agreed there. Like,
yes, good.
Spiritually, there's a connection between us and animals.
Okay.
We love that. What would you say how would you say you feel about the animals who are exploited for our food or for stuff like that?
Not great. I have a background as a professional chef, which makes things a little dicey for me.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm an omnivore still, but we use really relatively little meat. We have, my husband and I'm in charge of that, mostly have a vegetable-based diet, but it has some meat in it. And that is something that I've found it difficult to get beyond.
I can see.
But definitely I understand the moral dilemma involved in that.
Totally. I guess all I could ask then is are you interested in some resources to maybe cut out those few meat options that you're using?
I have all the resources in the world. Thank you so much. Yes, seriously, I do. No, I know all about the way critters are raised and One thing I can tell you that we insist on is that any meat I use has been raised as humanely as possible. Okay, so nothing out of a CAFO, all local, and I need to know from the producer how the animals are treated. So, for example, if you go talk to the folks at Totem Farm, ask them about the lives of the animals on their farm. Have you done that, by the way?
I have not.
Go do that.
I think
go talk to the people at Totem.
I think my point though is
no, because you need to understand the difference between commercially raised animals and animals that are raised by people like Totem Farm. I'm serious.
I don't think there is
No,
a
you do.
difference.
Oh, there. Oh, yes. Go talk to them. No.
My thing
okay.
is
all right. Bye.
Okay.
Local animals don't want to be killed too.
I know it.
They all feel.
I know it.
Every animal feels.
It doesn't matter if they have a humane life.
I'm just saying that when it is difficult to entirely remove meat from your diet,
Is that for you?
the better for me and my husband, who needs protein in particular. Just a second.
Go ahead.
Shut up, Ryan.
Okay, I think we're done. Nope. Yeah, we're done.
That's not okay.
Yeah, I don't know why that went that way, to be honest. Like, she was literally,
Not interrupt her because she was interrupting.
she wouldn't let me speak, and then she kept telling me, like, she was trying to, like, teach me, like, I should go over to this farm and ask them how they treat their animals and learn that they treat them really well. Like, I don't care. Like, they're still being used every day, and they're still getting killed. Like, they're dead on that table over there. I don't care. Sorry, that frustrated me. Yeah, what? Oh my goodness.
Did she say she's a farmer?
She said that she had been a professional chef in the past. She has a professional chef background, and so that it makes things a little dicey. I'm like, well, yes, like it would be hard to think about my career where I've slaughtered and killed animals, yes.
A good chef does cook
But like,
everything, right?
but yes, and I'm sure that's what she learned is like, and why she doesn't use as much meat now is because like she realized that like a lot of the food she was making is just plant-based. As time goes by, like I don't know where she was a chef or anything, but
She was getting frustrated with her own inconsistency.
I think I think she did definitely was taking it out on me.
You want to take a break? I'll jump in.
I will take a break after that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh.
Just take that one.
Oh my goodness.
This one's still off, right?
Yeah, I think so. I'll double check.
I need to like rewatch that.
Yeah, it'll be on there. Oh yeah.
Did you need cards?
No, I got some still. Thank you though. I wasn't prepared earlier. Hi. You want to answer a few questions? Okay. Gee, that lady was crazy. Don't need to be rude. Like, what is she defending that she's getting so mad about? She's getting mad about taste pleasure. We have more of a justification to be upset. We're talking about someone losing their life and their freedom, their autonomy, their family. No. Hi. Oh my God, those are huge purple cabbages. Or excuse me, cauliflower. Hi. Do you guys want to answer a few questions? Okay. I at least appreciate people saying no instead of just ignoring me. Hi. People can't look at me in the eyes. It's really sad. Like, my sign is just the experimental sign. Do you want to answer a few questions? Okay. Didn't like the internet. Hi. Hey, you want to answer a few questions? You want to answer a few questions? Doing a social experiment? Getting you to think about things? It's not political. Awesome. I'm live on YouTube though. Is that okay? No? Can I ask you questions off camera? Awesome. I'll have you just like step over there just so you're off camera. Are you okay? Do you want to be on camera or off camera? Is it all right if I have you like step over here maybe? The camera angle's right there. I'll stand in front of you too so they can't see you. So I'm just asking people today about oppression. I don't know if you can see the sign over there. So I'm just asking people, do you think that the powerful should have the right to oppress the powerless?
No.
I agree. These questions might seem obvious. What if the oppressor is much stronger than the powerless?
What is the what?
What if the powerful are really strong? Like that's why they have power over the powerless. Should they have the right then to oppress?
No.
I agree. They're going to seem obvious, so bear with me. What if the oppressor is really smart? They're smarter than the others. Should they have the right to oppress them? So, like, if you're smarter than me, should you have the right to oppress me? Right.
No.
I agree. So this last question is going to seem like a gotcha, but I promise it's not. I'm just trying to get people to look at things from a different perspective. Mm-hmm. What do you think about the animals that we use for food, clothing, and entertainment and studying, the ones we send to the slaughterhouse? Do you think that we're oppressing them? And oppression means prolonged, cruel treatment. Do you think that we're oppressing them for those things? Yes, I agree. I love the immediate answer. That was fantastic. I agree with you. Do you think that there's anything that we need from animals?
Need?
Yeah, that we can't get from other sources. And it's okay if you also don't know. That's fine.
We just need their protection.
Their protection? Is that what you said? Yeah, I don't disagree. We definitely need animals to protect us sometimes. So do you think that we should respect animals?
Yes.
Do you think that we can respect animals while using them for their skin, their eggs, their entertainment? So tell me, how do you respect someone while using them without their consent? And I realize it's a challenging question, but I'm genuinely just trying to get you to look at it from a different perspective. So how do you use someone without their consent respectfully?
Someone or animal?
Yeah, so animals are sentient, right? Mm-hmm. Meaning they can experience emotion, right? They can make preferences. So what really justifies using them without their consent, but not using humans without their consent? Like, what's the moral justification for the difference in treatment? Why don't we farm humans? And to take your time, because again, I know that's a strong question.
Yeah. I think we can find a way to...
Say it one more time.
Find a way to...
Like, is there a respectful way to farm humans?
No.
I agree. So when we think about animals, often we describe them as being lower than us, right? Right. But we recognize that what's actually important is that they're sentient and we're sentient. What is it in other humans that we respect? What is it in other humans that we're respecting? Is it how intelligent they are?
Yeah. Or I think...
Or does it matter if someone's intelligent, right? We still respect someone that's not intelligent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about someone who, looks different? Maybe they can't stand upright, or they don't have...
Same.
Yeah, right? We still respect them. It's because we can see ourselves in each other, right? We're sentient. I can tell if I'm having a subjective experience, you're more likely to... You're also having a subjective experience. I can assume that. So we're finding that animals are also sentient, which just means having that subjective experience. Yeah. So if all we care about in other humans is sentience, what's stopping us from respecting animals the way that we demand to be respected? Or at least what's stopping you from respecting animals the way that you demand to be respected? What's stopping you from living vegan? Do you know the word vegan?
Yeah. I'm not really sure.
That's all right. So veganism is just a principled stance against demanding someone's exploitation. So if I had the opportunity to benefit from someone, like let's say someone's exploiting you, and I have the opportunity to benefit from your exploitation, so I give your oppressor money, should I stop giving them money, or should I keep paying them to exploit you? What would you prefer?
Stop.
Exactly. The animals are much the same, even though we can't understand them. They don't want to be exploited or used. They're just like us. So then that just brings me to my last question. what's stopping you from living free of demanding animal exploitation?
What's stopping me?
Yeah. Is there something you think you still need, or is it taste pleasure, social reasons? Is there something that's holding you back from living in alignment with your own principles?
Maybe social reason.
Social reasons? I can understand that. So what I would say is maybe what I should do is give you some resources. So on this card, the colorful side, if you scan it, it takes you to a movie called Dominion. It's a documentary, and it's just showing you standard practice. It sounds to me like you have a compassionate heart. You don't think that animals should be used or even harmed, right, unnecessarily. So when you watch that film, just ask yourself, do I want to give those people my money? Because this is what has to happen in order for them to be on your plate or for you to wear them. So, how many more animals do you want exploited for you?
A cow's head! You still punking people? Hey, if you want a verbal response more, I'm
Maybe later. We had a conversation before.
What's the question?
So what is stopping you from living vegan? Is there something? Oh, you already talked about the social factor. So I guess, would you say, is it like because you go to a friend's house and maybe they'll make you food? Or maybe it's because you want to go to restaurants with them? Do you think your friends would listen to you if you said, hey, I don't feel comfortable with this?
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah. Well, so veganism is really about your own choices.
Yeah.
It's about what you want to support. So like I said, watch that documentary and ask yourself, like, do I feel comfortable supporting it even when I'm with friends? Like when you go to those restaurants that serve animal products, do you really want to give those people your money? And you sound like a great person. I'm sure your friends would listen to you if you were just reasonable with them. And hey, I learned this new thing and I don't want to kick dogs. Why should I remove the heads of cows, right? Yeah, we recognize that dogs deserve to live free of harm. Well, I appreciate it. I kind of yapped you. I didn't, normally I try to do a Socratic method of just trying to ask you questions, and I kind of just yapped at you. Do you have any questions or anything? Is there stuff?
Yeah, actually, I have a class about that.
You had a class about this?
Yeah.
They talked about like the animal agriculture system?
Yeah, animal and literature, I think.
The animal ag industry?
They talk about anthropocentrum or...
Say it one more time.
Anthropocentrum.
Oh,
and
you're talking about like anthropomorphizing?
Like, yeah, they compare animal to human.
Yeah, so some people might say that we're anthropomorphizing
And
emotions
they say
onto
we
animals.
are, human are dominion over. We have dominion over.
Right.
Animal.
So if you were the one in the cage, right? Let's say that you were the one that had the oppressor, you're the oppressed. What would you want your oppressor to do? Keep using you, use you nicely, or stop using you?
Stop.
Exactly. That's just veganism right there. Yeah, you get it. Well, I'll let you go. Just check out that documentary.
I'll check this out.
Could I give you one last challenge?
Yes.
Could you stick to trying plant-based until you watch that documentary? Meaning avoiding animal products until you watch that?
I can try.
Really? I really appreciate it. Let me shake on that. I really appreciate it. What was your name one more time?
Darryn.
What was it?
Darryn.
Darryn?
Yeah.
I'm Anna. It was
Anna.
lovely talking to you, Darryn.
So what is that? You're doing a...
So the social... Oh, where is the live?
No, you have a...
Oh, who are we?
Yeah.
We're anti-animal use, but our name, it's just a group of us. We're just vegan activists trying to talk to people about veganism. If you want to watch the live, though, go to Anti-Animal Use on YouTube, or you can look up Vegan Stoner Lady, because the first half, this half will be... Actually, I'm sorry. That last end you were on the camera. I was trying to block you. But most people didn't see you for the most part. If you wanted to see the live, though, you could go to Vegan Stoner Lady on YouTube, and you can see how you did in our you can hear us at least. So, yeah.
Thank you.
I appreciate you stopping by. You have a good day. Thank you. Awesome. Oh, it's really good to talk to. Oh, yeah, that's true. I don't know why I said maybe later.
He tried to engage us.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Do you want to play? Do you want to spar?
Oh, yeah, I don't want to fight.
It's just this class about us.
That's funny. Yeah, no, I think you're right. The cold shoulder is the best tactic. Just totally don't even respond to him. I honestly had a brain fart for a second. I was looking, I'm like, you look familiar. Oh, it's you. You're in a different outfit. Oh, that's right. Okay, that's why. I was like, there's something different.
I told
Anyway.
him, I was like, no, I remember you, Silas.
Oh, call him by his name. Oh, I love it. That was fantastic. Yes, Nikita. Yeah, I'm terrible at names. Terrible at it.
I'll remember them.
That's amazing. That's an amazing talent. I need to just practice some like memory games so that I get better at that, at memorizing things.
I always see, I envision their name like written kind of.
It's a good idea. Yeah. Actually seeing it, it's a good idea. All right, guys, I'll do another. Or are you jumping in?
No, do one more then.
Okay. Let's go. Oh, do you want to answer a few questions?
I'm good.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, no worries. Do you want to answer a few questions? We're live on YouTube. Is that okay?
I'm okay with that.
Awesome. Here, I'll just have you step inside that brick so that people don't run you over.
You know what? That's fair.
Yeah. So am I in the frame? Yep. Okay, cool. So my name's Anna. What's yours?
My name is Ellie.
Ellie. Beck. I love it. Okay, so we're just asking people about oppression. Do you think the powerful should have the right to oppress the powerless?
No. That
I
seems
agree.
like a very obvious answer.
I know. The next ones are going to be also similarly obvious, so bear with me.
Okay.
What if the oppressor is really strong?
That still does not give anyone the right.
What if the oppressor is really smart?
No. It just makes it harder for the oppressed.
Yes, I agree. So this next one's going to seem like a gotcha. I don't judge your past. I did it myself for a very long time, okay?
Okay.
What about the animals that we use for food, clothing, entertainment? Do you guys think that we're oppressing them?
Yeah. In some way, yes, and in some ways, it's mutually a beneficial situation.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of the animals that we do use for meat and processing, obviously, a lot of the industries are completely immoral, but a lot of the times we also it's a respectful relationship, or it can be. It has the possibility to be.
Okay. So those situations that you deem inhumane, I guess, right, or cruel, why do we care if the animals go through a system that's cruel?
Because they're still alive and they feel things.
Yeah, they're sentient, right? They still have emotions. They can still experience subjective things like pain and joy. Mm-hmm. Right. So if we care about that, putting them through torture would be immoral, right?
Yes.
So is there anything that you think that we need from animals?
We do. We rely on them a lot just for food at this point in time, especially in this point in history.
Is there anything we need that we can't get from other sources?
Still the food. We do not have the resources currently to make the entire population vegetarian.
Okay.
Without a lot of people being hurt by it.
Do you have evidence of this? Or have you seen evidence at least?
I have heard evidence from a couple different sources, even though I do not have the ability to pull that up right now.
That's okay. So there are studies I could bring up, but I don't want to overload you with information.
No, you're good.
But we could look at the trophic pyramid, right?
Yeah.
So the trophic pyramid is, people call it the food chain. You see the grass is the primary and the herbivore eating the grass and the carnivore and so on. So all that does show you is the transfer of energy. So all the sun and the soil are feeding the grass, right? When the herbivore eats the grass, they only get 10% of the energy that went into the grass. So 90% of the energy is lost. The same thing happens when the carnivore eats the animal. So 90% of the resources that went into the animal, gone, right? So that means that when we consume animals, we're getting maybe 1% of that grass energy, right? Whereas if we ate the grass directly, we would get 10%. It's much better, right? So with that being said, what do you think the animals that we are consuming are eating?
Corn.
Say?
Corn.
Yeah,
a whole lot of corn.
They're eating plants.
They're eating grain.
Yeah, they're eating plants, right? So that means we're growing way more plants to feed them. So I'll give you the name of the study. If you want, you can look up the live later just to catch it and look it up. It's called Reducing Food's Environmental Impact Through Producers and Consumers.
Yeah.
And they go over thousands of farms in hundreds of countries. They found that we use 83% of our current agricultural land just for animal use.
And we also are producing this agricultural land immorally, which is also an issue.
Yeah, no, you're right. We're encroaching on other nations. We're encroaching on just nature in general. I agree. So what they found is if we eliminate animal agriculture, we could actually reduce our agricultural land use by 75%, while at the same time feeding 10 billion people. I was blown away by this. I had to read this to
be able to talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I encourage people to look up that study.
Yeah.
So we're actually hurting ourselves as a population by farming animals the way we do. But that's honestly not even why I'm out here. Let's say it was better for the environment. to farm animals, right? Do you think it's fair for that individual to go through that system just to be used for taste pleasure?
I don't know. I again think that there are some situations in which it can be really respectful, and in some situations where it's completely immoral. And it depends on the people who are raising the animal.
Okay, this next question might seem like I'm trying to push you really hard, but I promise it's just to change get you to look at things from a different perspective.
Yeah.
How do you use someone without their consent in a respectful manner?
I feel like, for example, donating your body to science.
Right, but that's your consent.
Yeah, but I think even if that, and this is an outwards opinion that other people do not agree with for scientific and religious reasons, but like if we had at the end of people's lives without their consent took their body and donated it to science, I struggle to see how that.
I don't have a problem with that either, actually, because again, as you pointed out, the person's already dead, right?
Yeah.
What if the person was alive?
Then you get into like, is it okay to euthanize people when they hit a certain age and stuff, and that's more.
Which I would still agree with under the right circumstances. In fact, it's actually a really big issue.
Without their consent?
With consent, with the person asking for it. There's a lot of situations where they have informed consent and it's not given to them.
We still respect their consent.
Like, in the animal's case, it would be like euthanizing them when they turn like 40 or 30, and then being like, or in some cases like 10, and being like, well, now is when they're best for science. So it's like. Yeah.
So a dog that's healthy at 10 years old, you'd be okay with euthanizing?
If it had a really horrible condition and it was genuinely
that's why I said
pain,
healthy.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't want to euthanize it. But the thing is, animals do not have the ability to give consent or informed consent,
right? Which
is a really interesting and complicated topic.
So does lack of consent mean you can do whatever you want to their bodies?
No, but again,
I know these are tough, and I genuinely don't want you to feel like I'm judging you, because I use animals for most of my life, and these are the questions that I had to ask myself, like, do I want to support these things, right? Because it's not brought to our attention, and it's kind of uncomfortable to talk about.
I have a very unique perspective on this. I grew up on a farm where we did raise our own animals and kill them and eat them. And I understood from a very young age, okay, we're raising this animal, and we're raising it with love and respect, and we would feed it, and we would give it a name, and we would I had a relationship with this animal. And then when it got to the age in its life where, okay, it's not at its peak anymore, it's slowly starting to decay.
How old is that?
I do not remember, actually. I was very young, but I know that this happened several times.
What animals were they?
Mainly pigs.
How long do you think pigs can live for?
Long time. I know they can live for a long time. I know they can live for 20 to 40
they
years.
Typically are slaughtered at 6 months.
Yeah, I know.
They can live to be like 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
They can live a long time.
So it's not that we wait for them to be elderly. We take them young and healthy, and then we make them have babies beforehand, and then we do the same thing to their babies.
Yeah.
Does that sound fair?
No, but I also understood that it was a respectful relationship. It made me understand a lot about how the exchange of energy is that you were talking about, which I thought was really, really interesting from a young age.
So you have to put in 90% more energy than what you get from consuming their bodies. So you could cut out a lot of that energy and just eat the plants directly. Is why.
So your argument is we should overhaul the entire system, and instead of planting the things we plant to feed them, we should plant things like tofu and planted tofu.
Soy. Yeah, you're fine. I've heard that before. Fields of tofu. No, I get you.
Yeah,
I get you.
But things like protein, alternative protein sources and stuff like cricket flour and stuff.
Yeah. What I'm actually asking is people on an individual level, because one person going from, let me start back a little bit. Do you know what the word vegan actually means?
No.
Yeah, so
I'm actually really curious about.
Yeah, absolutely. So veganism is just a principled stance against the exploitation of other sentient beings, because I know if I was in that cage or whatever, even the nice farm, I wouldn't want to lose everything just for their benefit, right? I would want my autonomy to be left alone to do what I want to do, especially if I'm in a family that took care of me, named me, loved me. I would feel this was the ultimate betrayal, because no one wants to experience that. They all run from the knife. We have to trick them in there.
Yeah.
So with that being said, what's stopping you guys from living vegan, walking away?
Being vegan's expensive.
Being vegan is really expensive right now.
I currently don't eat enough or eat healthy.
If I give you research that showed you it's actually the opposite, would you be more open to it?
Yeah.
So I'll give you each a card. So on here, there's actually something called nutritionfacts.org. It's just a website where they go and break down studies for people. They do it as like a public service, just so that people can read and understand the science behind what is healthy. What does it mean to be healthy compared to what, right?
Yeah.
And they go over studies, they go over their methodologies and their conclusions, and they came up with the studies that they've shared so far. They came up with an easy checklist. It's just called the Dailey Dozen on there. You can Google vegan Dailey Dozen if you don't want to go on that.
Okay.
And like I said, just a whole food plant-based diet, easy checklist. It's not like you need to eat this. It's more like a group of foods. Like try to look for these kind of foods to fill this niche. And honestly, you could find everything you need right here in this market alone. Portland is actually one of the most vegan cities in the world. So you have a lot of options. But it should be up to like 30% cheaper. I will admit, like the Impossible Burgers, the Beyond Burgers, those are more expensive. But honestly, you can make your own now these days that are like half of the price if you really wanted to.
Okay.
There's a lot of options. But the other thing I wanted to let you know is on the other side of that card, if you guys, the black and white side of the card, if you ever have questions, you want to reach out to us, we're in that group. And we're totally just want to help people move towards more peace and away from oppression.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Please.
Is it more work to be vegan? Because you're mentioning how you can make your own Impossible Burgers. I feel like it's a lot more work and time.
The Beyond Burger specifically, maybe.
Yeah. But like,
but there's
in general?
In general, no. Actually, I'm such a lazy person. So like I eat kind of the same thing in the morning, but there's definitely different types of foods to look for. But my favorite is oatmeal. So I'll eat oatmeal.
Yeah,
I'll cut up an apple.
we've been eating oats all the time.
They're so good.
Yeah.
I'll maybe put up maybe some flaxseed and hemp seed in there just to add some other like proteins if I want to.
I usually add
Peanut
chia
butter.
seeds.
Chia seeds, those are also great. They have omegas in them. Yeah, absolutely. Then for lunch, I'll usually have like either beans and rice, or maybe I'll have like I'm trying to stay away from gluten, but that's nothing to do with vegan. But I'll have like a rice-based pasta, and then I'll try to add like beans to that. And if you mix foods, you're going to get everything you need. Like I said, that checklist helps you make sure you get everything. But yeah, I don't feel like I do extra work at all.
Okay.
If I want those fancy burgers, sometimes I just spend the money if I want to treat myself to a fancy burger.
Okay, yeah.
But there's other ways to actually make delicious food without using theirs. That's the thing that I learned from being vegan. I actually opened up my world to foods that I wanted to try, and I could make it home.
No, my personal understanding of being vegan is that it's a lot more work, A, to make the food, and B, to make the food like good or taste good. So it's really interesting to hear otherwise.
Yeah, I would go on YouTube. There's someone called Cheap Lazy Vegan. She is funny and also makes great, delicious food for really cheap.
Okay.
So definitely check her out on YouTube.
Okay.
Just look up your favorite meal and put the word vegan next to it. I guarantee someone has made it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Cheap lazy vegan. Sounds
Cheap lazy vegan. So before I let you go, I'm going to leave you with one last hard question, okay?
Okay.
How many more animals do you want exploited for you?
No.
Exactly. How many more would you prefer?
I don't know.
In a perfect world.
In a perfect world, none. But we are living in far from a perfect world right now, and so I don't feel like I can answer that because I don't know what resources I will need, and I don't know anything about the process that's happening way before I even got there.
If you find that you can get everything, would you be willing to go vegan?
I'm willing to try it for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just consider it from the victim's perspective. You know, if you were the one in the cage, what would you want your oppressor to do? You know, take baby steps to your liberation, use you nicely, or just stop?
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely prefer, like, and this is an absurd thing to say, and it's not normal. But like, being raised in like a happy like universe and then being killed when I was like 20, like.
I don't know. I feel
like that's a mentally unstable.
I mean, you're
thing
kind
to
of
say.
walking on
Like,
human rights, though,
yes,
right?
and like
that's
forcing other people to do that. That's
That's
fucked up.
Exactly. If you wanted to do something, I mean, I'm probably going to talk you out of it or try to talk you out because I care. I think you're a very
Yes.
valuable individual.
Obviously.
Yeah. And in fact, include in veganism, you're a powerful individual. One person going vegan can literally stop 100 to 300 animals from being put into that system. Can you imagine? I mean, if someone went to the dog market and saved one dog, they're a hero, right?
Well, their grandmother actually like stops a lot of cats from being euthanized. And so like
Yeah,
She
see?
has too many cats right
Hero.
now.
But she's a hero to those cats, right? They care.
Yeah.
They get to live another day. And that's what's important is the victims. It's not our benefits that we get from their oppression. It's the victims' experiences, right? That's what matters. And so that's why we're out here. We're just letting you know the animals, they don't want to be used. If you can avoid demanding their oppression, you should, because I guarantee if you were in that cage, you would want that too, that same mercy.
That's fair. I think my only concern is that I feel like a lot of the animals that we do exploit in this way would be there would just be a lot less of them in the entire population, which is good on some levels and bad on some others. I feel like pigs would just become like a novelty pet almost. Yeah. And like you would only see them in rare circumstances, like almost like in a farm setting, in a zoo setting.
Because that the standard of saying like because we breed them, that's a benefit for them because there's more of them, kind of supports also human slavery because then we could say forcing humans to mate, well, there's more people that get to exist. So that's why I always try to put a human in that situation and ask myself if I was that individual, would I tolerate that? Because most often no, even if I wasn't aware of it, right? Let's say I lose my sapience, and I can't think about thoughts, but I still am sentient. I'm mixing up sapience and sentience there. So I lose my sapience, the ability to think about thoughts, but I'm still sentient, so I care about myself. I still have preferences.
Yeah.
I would still want to be respected in that situation too.
And you can also, I don't know, the human slavery aspect like reminds me a lot of like the anti-abortion thing that's happening right now because a lot of that is just like we need more people for the workforce.
Oh yeah, no, yes.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Yeah, I'm not down for forcing someone to give birth. If someone is in my body and I don't consent to them being there, I will reject them and I will eject them. So that's my 2 cents on that. Again, that has nothing to do with veganism. There are pro-life and pro-choice vegans, but I personally see that consistency in that view. So yeah. Well, I appreciate you guys stopping by.
Yeah.
Definitely check out those resources. Watch that documentary on the colorful side. Okay. Just ask yourself if you want to give those people your money because that's just standard practice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely agree that the people who are currently in charge of the entire system do not deserve. It's awful.
Yeah, and
It's really bad.
even the small farmers that are not under the thumb of capitalism, right?
They're still not great.
Yeah, and I mean, again, I don't care how nice you loved me beforehand. I just wouldn't tolerate someone stealing my life. So
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for stopping by. I don't want to take any more of your time. Did you have any other questions?
I think you answered all my questions. You were really, really helpful. Thank you.
Good. Awesome. If you guys want to watch this, we're on, sadly, it's not on Anti-Aliens. It's on Vegan Stoner Lady. We're just trying to pull my audience over.
Yeah.
But if you look up Vegan Stoner Lady, you'll see the live, and I'll try to clip it up so you'll be on anti-animal use. Yeah, so you can check it out and see how we did.
Yeah, thank you.
Sorry, my mouth is getting dry. I need water. You guys have a good day. Thank you.
Maybe they didn't get a fair shake when they started out.
I'm going to pass the microphone over to Rebecca real quick.
I would have to hear more because you said that you're here for a purpose.
Do you?
Yes.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Are you okay with being on?
Oh.
Do you want to
If
be
not,
on
then I'll take the
YouTube? If
microphone
not,
back.
I'm going to give the mic back.
Sure. What's your organization? Depending
So-
on how prevalent
okay.
you are, maybe I'll be inclined.
We have maybe 20 people in there.
So we're
I gotcha. I feel weird about this. I think sure. Why
Okay.
not? Yeah.
You don't have to be on camera.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
I'm a little bit more on the fence than one way or another when it comes to animal stuff. So this will be fun for me.
Okay. So I didn't mean to interrupt
and then
you.
let me take off the branding here. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, if you don't want.
Do I? Nope. I think I. Well, we'll just take the coat off.
Okay.
The Amazon logo will be fine.
Okay.
The coat's a bit much.
All
No,
right.
go ahead. All right. Sorry.
So okay, we were talking about different contexts. I know you were saying that the statement of should the powerful have the right to oppress the powerless is kind of loaded and can be taken a lot of different ways. So how do you feel about the way that we force animals into slaughterhouses?
I feel that it's kind of a. How do I phrase this? So, I think it's a shortcut towards a way of living that I think that we could have in more ethical ways. But for the sake of the kind of political and economic world that we are, say, subordinated to or just happen to live in, is what the powers that be decide is how it goes about.
Okay.
Whether it's unfortunate or not is certainly another question, but it's just the circumstances we're in at the moment, yeah.
So, okay, we live in a consumer society where there's supply and demand. So when we put our money towards something, we're asking that is supplied to us. So if we stop, giving our money towards buying meat at the store or buying animal products the best that we can, what do you think that does to the supply level, the demand?
Certainly doesn't change it. If anything, it might increase it. The demand is just saying like, well, we don't mind all this cruelty going on. Well, the supply ain't going to change its mind. It's going to say, well, hey, yeah, we're just going to keep on supplying.
There's actually, I think it was in Indianapolis this year, a Tyson factory had to lay off like hundreds of workers because the demand had gone down for their products.
All right.
So vegans, we're all vegans out here trying to talk to people about veganism. We're not trying to take people's jobs away because there's always alternative jobs that could be made when animals are not taken advantage of and exploited, you know? Sure. So, how do you feel about veganism? Would you ever consider being a vegan?
So I'm ambivalent about the idea of it. I'm a omnivore, and I say that hesitantly. It's like I don't have this position that I'm an omnivore, and there's some political assumption that goes with when I use that word in my daily parlance. But that is to say that I'm with vegans. I think that animals are treated cruelly. That if I want to eat them, eventually, if finances be allowed, that I'd rather go to a butcher that maybe just does it a little more ethically done. You know, I mean, if we're multiculturalists, right? There are cultures across the world that participate in meat eating without any bat of an eyelash, and there are plenty of people, some vegans included, that will defend their right to practice their culture as the day is long. In this day and age, though, like say in the United States, I'm kind of more with the vegans. I'm like this. I'm kind of, eating with a little bit of conscience.
Well,
sometimes.
We're all. I mean, I wasn't born vegan.
Right.
I turned vegan, or I went vegan completely like 2019. So I was raised in a very meat-centric culture, and I think that it's an evolution of trying to empathize and understand animals more and realize that just because we're taught one thing or raised in a certain culture doesn't mean that that's right. Because, look at slavery. Slavery wasn't a right thing, and people were so against that ending for a while.
Sure.
And that was absurd to people. So things can change, cultures can change with information and enlightenment,
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of, I hear what you're saying, but as vegan abolitionists, we're against any exceptions. We don't promote cultures, we don't accept that.
So I'd be with you. And instead of following with that, but with a but, I'm going to follow with an and because I part of me, why I asked this question, actually, funny thing is that, well, do we just twist the wrist of society and say, well, at least for now or indefinitely, the eating practices, the manufacturing practices that we participate are unethical. For a short period of time or an indefinite amount of time, we're just going to make it so you just can't eat meat because you can't, ethically consume it. Like, whatever that means. Because like I was saying with multiculturalism, there are some bodies that can't consume or process meat because of digestive problems. Same for some people that with vegetables, and think that, sometimes they can only get their, nutrients, vitamins, minerals, through sources that would require some sort of animal protein.
So, I have to disagree with you because there's nutritionists that have done a lot of studies, like on nutritionfacts.org. The card that Anna gave you, the one side has some different links. They have vegan challenges with free nutritionists that will actually help you get all of your nutrients and minerals and everything that you need.
Okay.
So
this is just a caveat in my mind.
Yeah.
It's not towards your argument because I think that's okay. So nutritionists, great.
Yeah.
Lord knows we needed that before the food pyramid decided to think that it was all, big and awesome.
Yeah.
Got milk and all that, crazy propaganda that we got from our food industries.
Yeah. It's humane washing.
Yeah. I mean, look, I take issue with it. And And that's my thought is like, well, if you're going to really go for it, just go for the whole 9. Tell people to get a better diet because that really is the big problem. But here's a caveat. How do bodies process different types of protein? Like that's not something that just your run of the mill nutritionist is going to know about. Okay, well, how does animal protein synthesize in a given stomach? Not just any stomach, because not all human stomachs are the same. Like I was saying, in any given stomach, you're going to have something that rides up against further questions that not just a nutritionist framework is going to be able to address. Yes, macros. Yes, all that stuff. And this is where I'm just like, all these meat bros, I'm just like, you're not even thinking further on the problem, right? But this is where I'm like, okay, well, these vegans, I think that they ethically are in the right position, but when it comes to further questions that even their opposition doesn't get past, they don't go far either.
Well, so, okay, if you think about all of the diseases that are caused by meat consumption, it's horrendous. And then, so I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a scientist. When vegan activists, we're supposed to know everything, but that's why we provide some of the resources on the card. I know it's hard to find even vegan doctors or vegan practitioners,
Right.
But ultimately, people do it for the way you feel about the animal, the way the animal should be treated. Is it ethical to be using a sentient being that way? And so we find that when people, practice veganism in those regards, then it's easier to be vegan because you have that value of not hurting another being. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, and see, but that's the other thing too, is that along with these like meat bros and people like say, excusing my framing it this way, it probably isn't entirely accurate, but people to the right of this argument, people to the left of the argument, I hear this and I'm just like, isn't that a bit of anthropomorphic bias that, for centuries and millennia, tens of millennia on this planet, nothing has hesitated to consume what it consumes. I think it's an anthropomorphic disposition to decide, well, now we have some sort of ethical boundaries that delineate. It almost reverberates as this kind of like Christian hierarchy that you saw where angels were above humans, humans were above animals. Like, oh,
well,
what? Plants eat animals. We eat each other. Like, there are people in South America that practice cannibalism. Sorry, there you go. I'm good.
No, you're okay. I was kind of trying to interrupt you.
No, it's okay.
I want to let you talk too. I have to remind myself not to.
No, it's the fun parts of human dialogue. No, please.
Okay. So, okay. We agree that there are some cultures that if they're so isolated from society that they use animals for their well-being and to sustain. But we are in the middle of Portland, and Portland is like a vegan wonderland. There's so many different options here.
It is a great privilege. I love it. I love the options that we get here.
They're great.
I mean, I try to push aside the fact that it comes from cosmopolitan background. That it comes, as the kids say, it comes from a lot of privilege that we're able to have all those options. So I take that with some grace, that be able to, buy kosher if I want to. Is something that I've lived in other parts of the country. Being here in Portland is a great blessing.
Me too. I've lived in some places that were horrible, but I was still vegan.
Yeah.
I was still vegan because those animals, I mean, it's like, do you have pets? You have hairs on you, I can tell.
Oh, yeah.
No,
the
or a
two
dog.
cats.
Yeah, same. Yep. So I recognize the white hairs. So we would not, would you force them into a slaughterhouse when they were older and quote unquote useless or couldn't function anymore?
like their meat still has the ability to have some purpose. So no. There's too much of a human-centric structure. I'm going to use that bias card there.
Okay.
I like my cats too much, and I have too much of a human relation, too much of a social relationship with them.
Yeah.
I bury them with the rest of my pets in the mom's backyard.
So we know that cows and pigs and the animals and even chickens, the animals that we use
Really, chickens?
for everything. Yeah, chickens are very personable and they give hugs.
That's,
you know,
I knew that about cows and pigs, but I was
Yeah.
just like, oh, birds, cool.
Yeah, and
Some parrots, but anyway, sorry.
yeah, they're all sentient beings, and this was determined by the Cambridge and the New York Declaration of Consciousness within the past 10 years. That because we know that they're sentient and they have their own subjective experiences and feelings, they form bonds and relationships. That we have to consider that and err on the side of caution. So that means that we don't just say, you know what, we don't understand them because they speak this other language or communicate differently, so we're going to slaughter them and continue using them. So that's not ethically the right thing to do.
That's just an animal cruelty issue generally. It's not even a consumption issue. That's like, I think, a SeaWorld. You know, it's just like, that's all.
Okay. You sound like you could go vegan. What's keeping you from going vegan?
One, the convenience of first world living. I mean, goodness gracious. It's just... my psychology, if it's because of capitalism or whatever, oh well, oh darn. You know, I just grew up in the wrong time. But it's just like I'm not primed to be able to be so. I wanted to congratulate you in those areas that weren't as forgiving for being a vegan, for your fortitude. I'm not that kind of guy. My willpower, my volition is not up there to be able to be a committed vegan.
Well, I mean, what if you were in their place, like even in the smallest farm? Because the smallest farms, they still have to use slaughterhouses because they're not allowed to slaughter their own meat.
Yeah, so the butcher thing, like I don't even see people seen that documentary. What's that famous documentary? In
Dominion 2018.
Yeah, I haven't even seen that. Like
That's on that card.
No. Great. I might try it and then like in a few minutes just like cringe and turn it off because I can.
It's hard.
No, it's just it's unpalatable. I find it distasteful, and it is. It's my first world, patriarchal, capitalistic, privileged, cosmopolitan ass that's allowed to do that. And psychologically, I wasn't raised another way. It's hard to break that.
So, but if you were in their place and you heard someone saying that,
I don't see the vegans doing that. I don't see the vegans taking people and putting them on the wall yet.
I know, but I'm asking you to empathize.
Well, think hyperbolically, right? You're asking me to think in a hyperbole about this situation.
If you were to put yourself or your family in the position that these animals are in.
I wouldn't be able to speak to that. I haven't been in that experience. At least personally, that's how I approach those kinds of problems. When someone faces me with like a hypothetical, I just haven't been in that situation.
What if you lost your autonomy, like your bodily autonomy, and someone had you held captive in a basement or something and in a small cage, and they were using you for whatever they wanted to, and then they decided to kill you when they were just like...
I haven't been put up to that. Like, this is a personal opinion. I don't like airing this too much, but if people want change, they need to get more radical. It really is. Well, if you want that kind of change, like I don't like this thought that a lot of people with wanting to have progressive change, whether it's on the right or on the left, they're so soft. Everyone is just, we can only change a few individuals' minds. It needs to be a little bit more heavy-handed.
Well, we're abolitionists, so we don't accept certain things.
That's a heavy word.
But it's for real.
No, I
we
agree.
We take it very seriously. Yeah. We're not welfarists. We don't take. You're laughing, but it's the same that happened with slavery. Okay.
Yeah.
So these animals are enslaved and being abused. So there's other organizations that do the work that you're talking about under the cover of darkness and getting arrested. Some of us aren't in the position to do that, but we're in the position to do this.
Right.
And this is a place where we can reach people one-to-one. Mm-hmm. And sometimes they just need some ideas.
For me, I feel that's so incrementalist. I mean, like, if you want a change like this is such a policy-based issue. I mean, like, I think veganism low hanging fruit, the small fish. I think you need to be going for bigger ethical issues than veganism. And then down the rungs of a hierarchical ladder of what issues can be addressed, then you can have the manpower, excuse the phrase, to actually be an army to address this issue, because no one cares about this. You want bigger issues. You want bigger issues that people are going to care about.
That's not necessarily true. I think that you're throwing out
it's
blanket.
sufficiently true.
Well,
I
you're
know it's
throwing
not
out blanket statements, and which isn't true, because there's hundreds and thousands of vegan activists
need
all
millions.
over the world. Well,
I need
you got to
billions.
start somewhere.
No,
You
but
know?
that's what I'm saying. You need to start with superordinate issues that would
Like what?
would set up. Hold on. Would set up. I'll
Okay.
answer that.
Sorry, I interrupted
no,
you.
but no, it'll set up the parameters and the footholds by which this issue becomes more palatable and even more attractive to try to address in one's individual lives. Take COVID, for example. We were all home a lot. A lot of people were like, "Oh, this loneliness thing is pretty serious," or like, "Oh, I got to figure out how to self-maintain," and that became a really big existential problem for people on an individual level. Even it wasn't even like this big booming problem that everyone was being faced with all at once, and there was this weird Borg-like conscious mind that was like, oh, we all know intuitively, like, you know, I know, that kind of like is not going to be reached. But that, notice how that hit more home to an existential issue than the issues of consumption that occur with someone's daily diet. That's so.
Well, but this isn't,
piecemeal.
the thing is this is not just about a diet. And so we're looking at speciesism, which is, exploiting, other beings just because they are not the same as we are. And so
speciest, now you're talking. That is zooming out to a kind of proportion that I'd be concerned with. That might make the issue more compelling at that individual level.
So right now you are a speciesist. So
Darn
are you
right.
also a
Sad.
racist? Are you also again, do you have gender biases? Are you?
Oh yeah, tons of them. I
So-
mean, yeah, of course.
Okay.
I live in the United States. Are you kidding?
All right. Well, do you think that you would be able to eat plant-based until you educate yourself more with some of those links on the card, watching Dominion for one? Do you think you could watch some of that?
I couldn't.
No?
I mean, like, I feel like an AA person is coming up to me. Do you think you could hold off alcohol until you've gone through not to diminutize what you got going on? I mean, I know that we're filming. And I am. I'm like, I think that it's unethical how we end up consuming our meat, let alone the fact that, an omnivorous diet, not a carnivorous diet, is in the long run probably going to be a lot more beneficial. Our bodies could benefit from evolving to be able to consume that kind of nutrients a lot more.
Ecologically, the land use is astronomical that is used to feed animals, which is destroying the planet, and people are starving. And we would be able to feed people, it would solve a lot of problems. So it's not just, diet. There's a whole all around positivity to it. So, I think that you have this kind of in the back of your mind, you care about animals, but you don't care enough yet, it seems like. And I don't think that you think that your impact in the world is that great. And I would like to just disagree and challenge you to live by your values more and stop let it being dictated by everyone else, because that's what it seems like.
It's very hard.
So,
I like I said, poor volition on my part. I'm terrible at keeping to habits.
okay. Well, what's your name?
Mitchell.
Mitchell, nice to meet you. I'm Rebecca.
Good luck with your cause here. I think it's very incremental. It's very policy based. But you're living. This is what I always tell people. Actually, to finish this out, you guys are actually living your values, as you said.
Yeah, we are.
I have a hard time doing that. I tend to stick to paper.
Well, all right, listen, if you ever want to and get stronger with your values, you come talk to us. We're here every Saturday.
I'm working on quitting smoking. I just relapsed with it, but I was good for like 10 months.
That's hard. I do it off and on, too.
Dude, I quit for like 3 months before that, and then I had been clean for a year and a half. It was so good. But being so rigid,
Yeah.
that is just so difficult, especially when you're getting down to the minuscule, purchasing food at the grocery store that uses plastic.
But I mean,
it's so mind-boggling how difficult it is to live a fully ethical life.
when it for me, it comes down to harming other beings. So, and it all flows over into the environment and everything with
I don't know.
veganism. So
I also
that's
think
why-
nature is really extortionist. I don't know. See, and that's the thing. It's ethically a conundrum for me once you get down to the fine tunings of it. I try to think to physics and biology and then work my way up. But it's been a nice conversation.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time.
You take care.
Yeah,
it's
likewise.
good talking to you.
Yeah, and then
Thanks
your
for
name
stopping.
again?
I'm Rebecca, Mitchell.
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
to meet you.
Yeah, cheers. Good luck, guys.
Thank you. So, wow. He doesn't have the willpower to live by his values. Maybe it'll make him think a little, but he's saying that he's too much of a weakling, basically, to live by his values. Now he's over there petting a dog. Oh, man. Well, at least he was open-minded to have a conversation, and so that's all good, you know. I'm going to see if Alvin wants to take over. You want to have a conversation?
Well, I was gonna say I don't because it's 12 now. I don't know if we're switching over.
Oh, yeah. All right, we're going to switch. Join us over at Anti-Animal Use. In about 5 minutes, we'll be back
Yeah,
on.
go to Anti-Animal Use, everybody.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you in a few minutes.
And we've got Nick here too. So and Daniel soon. So there's a lot more vegans to talk soon.
All right, guys, we're going to switch, like they said. Go over to Anti-Animal Use. Go there now. Thank you, Ian, for pinning it, or someone pinned it. Thank you. All right.
Sometimes I'm bad with names. So.
And then I don't know if like you wanted to move.